Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Not even to silverdaddy.com. I'm YouTube famous now. Boost, did I say that? Available in 2018. The retro vintage album, Dad AF. Available on iTunes, affiliate link below next to my Morphe code. Karma, 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 chameleon. It sounds like the folk version of it. Karma, 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 chameleon. You come and go. Oh, I just threw my fan. You come and... I never thought about how funny that line was before. Is that even the line? Blinded by the light. Dressed up, cleaned up with the douche, and now I'm ready for the night. Okay, let's get right into this video. So, I always get the words wrong in songs. Do you guys do that? Do you act like you know what the words are? Even if your friends are in the car, you're like, you totally don't know any of the words. That's me all day long. Although, I do know every word to Janet Jackson's Control album. Truth. Okay, so anyway, let's get right into this video. At 1 minute and 10 seconds timestamper. So I was sitting around last night. Now let's do a little history, okay? I did a Laura Lee Nudie Patootie video about a week or two ago, right? And then on the heels of that, somebody asked Thomas Halbert, the Thomas Halbert, what he thought of Laura Lee. Did you guys see that video that I did? Did you see it? Did you hear the things that he said about Laura Lee? I got a direct quote, exclusive statement up in there, okay? So I'll link that at the end of this video. You got to go over there and check it out and see all. I have direct quotes, okay? They ain't best Judy's, let's just put it that way. So anyway, then her Nudie Patootie, well, what she said originally was, okay, in her video, that she had always wanted to put out a nude palette. It was her dream of the world. Before she was on Dancing with the Stars, before she was auditioning on Broadway, no. Back in the day, she had always said, if I'm gonna do a nude palette, I am going to do the best nude palette, the world, boss lady nude palette. I'm gonna do the best nude palette you have ever seen. The best nude palette in the entire world. A nude palette so fine, so well constructed, it will never crumble when you open it. Okay, so, she, her palette and the rest of her collection for Laura Lee Cosmetics Los Angeles, Laura Lee Los Angeles, went on sale April 24th. And the whole world was so excited about it because they all had to have the finest nude palette that had ever been seen, right? Okay, so this all happened and people were super excited and it sold out in like 3 days, right? Okay, so everybody in the entire world, I'm sure Laura Lee, right? Because she was super excited about it too, because now what this meant was more Morphe collabs, because if you sell out on your own cosmetic line, what does that mean? Morphe just wants to collab with you more. So checks, 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 checks. So anyway, I basically said in my last video, I did say, she's like the hottest stripper on YouTube, but for cosmetics. It's the truth, okay? Nobody can compete with her with the collabs, except for Christine Seidelko, and she's done collabs with everybody. So anyway, so she sold, it went for sale on the 24th, right? Well, did y'all see what happened the last couple days? People started receiving their palettes, okay? Tweeting about receiving their palettes, and they started opening their palettes in unboxings and reviews on YouTube. Well, you know, it's interesting. I think the world is interesting, don't you? Children out there in drama class, everybody roll call, roll call. You got your, roll call. Did y'all have your pads and your number 2 pencils? Your number 2 pencils, there will be a Scantron test at the end, and make sure that you put your name at the top of it, and don't be putting Misty on there. I know where she's at. She's in the bathroom giving BJ's for $2. Okay, so anyway, you know, I do think that the world is interesting, right? And here's the thing. You know that there were people out there waiting for this palette. They could not wait for anything to go wrong with this palette, right? I mean, you know how some of these drama channels are and all these people out there, right? They're like, oh, there's a pube up in the eyeshadow. It smells like marijuana. On and on and on, okay? Smell your own damn breath. So anyway, but you know, people are always looking for something to complain about. Now, I don't know that I would want to open a product and have a pube in it either. I don't think that's very nice. But anyway, especially if you spent your hard-earned money on a palette and then you open it and right there is some pube. Who'd want to see that all day long? Not me, okay? But anyway, So Laura Lee puts out this palette, and everybody in the world's excited to see it, but you know they're going to come out with something negative. I mean, I was just waiting. I was like, what are they going to say about Laura Lee, right? Oh, this shade doesn't match the shade she said it was going to be, or oh, she misspelled something. There was going to be something wrong with this palette, okay? But the world was not ready for what happened, okay? That on unboxing videos, when they opened, I don't know what they were doing, if they were doing the shake and bake with that palette or what they were doing. But when they opened that palette, pans fell to the floor and broke. What? Laura Lee? Let me get on my knee. Please marry me. Laura Lee, the finest nude palette. I am on one knee right now. I am, Laura Lee, blinded by the light. The finest palette you have ever seen in the entire world crumbles like a blueberry muffin top. Back in the day, my cousin Caroline called me one night, right? And she said to me, she goes, okay, I'm going out with some girlfriends for the night. She goes, I have a question for you. And I go, okay, what is it? And she goes, what's worse, camel toe or muffin top? I go, girl, change the outfit? No, ma'am. Wear a long dress or something. So anyway, I'm watching all of these unboxings occur, and I am just like, oh my God, okay? Like, this is seriously, like, this could really, like, kill her, like, selling any more of this palette if this is all that people are talking about. Now, I will tell you what's really interesting to me, okay, is that I went into YouTube and I watched several unboxings, and there are a lot of reviews using the Nudie Patootie palette that are completely fine, that there's nothing wrong with them, right? But what's the world talking about? The crumbling world of the Nudie Patootie palette. Well, I went over to the Reddit. I was kind of surprised. It wasn't even over there. I mean, people weren't saying anything about it. It wasn't posted. I was like, this kind of cracks my shit up that, you know, like, this isn't like the biggest story out there, because, you know, a lot of people always want to come for all these beauty gurus when they release a palette or whatever and go for like the exact specific thing that's wrong with it. But I have to say this, you know, a lot of people out there work very, very hard to spend hard-earned money on these palettes, on these makeup products that their beauty gurus put out there because they love these beauty gurus. They follow them for a long time, right? And so it's not even so much that it's kind of a joke that it happened. It's really kind of sad for the people that are receiving it because they just wanted good products, right? That being said, it's like, I don't personally believe, I mean, I've had a lot of stuff delivered to my house that isn't what it's supposed to be, okay? Or falls apart, so it's excusable. So I thought, well, when in doubt, reach out to Miss Laura Lee. So I reached out to Miss Laura Lee. Hey, Laura, how are you doing, gal? So she and I are friendly with each other, and she's always been real sweet to me. So I reached out to her, and I said, hey, I got a question for you now, see? And she said, yeah, I'll answer whatever question you got. And I said, you want to explain what's going on with these nasty-ass ratchet palettes that are falling apart, gal? No, I didn't say that. I said, listen, I'm making a video about this. People are receiving your palettes. They're falling apart. People are upset about it. Do you have anything to say? So, do y'all want to know what she had to say? Okay, let's get into that. So anyway, she said, thanks, babe. Nudie Patootie is such an awesome palette, and it has been a blissful launch. We are replacing any order that had any issues, broken shadows. We want our customers to get what they paid for, so we are promptly replacing. Jaybird and Au Naturel are new and innovative shadows, and we had a new way to ship them created to prevent this from happening again. Luckily, thousands of orders went out and the product showed up perfect for them. We are working to make sure everyone gets a perfect palette. Thanks again, Sugar Plum. She said they're looking for a new way to ship them. So there you have it. They're going to replace any of the things, you know, and before the whole world goes crazy and says, well, that's not fair. I wanted my palette. Well, the world ain't perfect. The world just not, it's not perfect like that, okay? You wish it was, but it's just not. The world's not perfect, and I feel bad for everybody got their crumbly ass palettes, okay? Ship it back, say I ain't paying for shipping and handling, I'm not, okay? And send me a new palette. And it sounds to me like they're gonna replace all of them, which I think is great, you know? Here it is on the heels the very next day of people doing the unboxings, and right away she's already addressed it. So here you go. You got an exclusive statement right here from Laura Lee herself. They're gonna replace all of them, and she even knew which two that they were talking about. And then she said, I just saw, she put a little asterisk. I just saw a comment, some saying they have to pay to ship the palette back for replacement. This is not the case. We are happily replacing without charges, okay? I think that's awesome. Like, Any kind of product that you're going to put out there in the world, there's going to be some mistakes with, right? So let's read this again. She said, Nudie Patootie is such an awesome palette and it has been a blissful launch. We are replacing any order that had any issues, broken shadows. We want our customers to get what they pay for. So we are promptly replacing Jaybird and Au Naturel are new and innovative shadows, and we had a new way to ship them created to prevent this from happening again. Luckily, thousands of orders went out. Okay, so then anyway, I said, thanks, blah, 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 and then we went back and forth and talked for a little bit. So, if you got one of them crappy ass falling apart palettes, okay, send it back and get the world's most popular, fantastic palette in the entire world, okay? It's just a little sad for Laura Lee that one of the people that got the palette happened to be a drama channel, okay, Laura? I mean, you couldn't have gotten worse luck if you tried, but God love you. I'm sure you'll replace hers too. So, anyway, I went in there and, okay, so a little unknown fact y'all don't know about me. Well, I mean, some of you do. Is that my husband and I started a website years ago just for fun, right? We started it as a blog and then went into a website, and we used to interview celebrities, a lot of them, you know? We interviewed, you know, Angela Bassett and Maya the singer, and who else did we do? I mean, tons and tons and tons. Tons of YouTubers, actually, back in the day. So, Tyler Oakley, tons of people. So I said, while I got you on the phone, ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-lang, ding, ding, dong, ding. How's the drama phone? This is Peter speaking. Oh, hi, how are you doing, Tammy Alabama? Oh, hi, Jane, how are you? Just sitting here using Laura Lee's new palette. Nudie Patootie. I love it. It goes real well with Gimlet, so covers up the best. It makes my eyes look gorgeous. Well, all right, Jay, I'll talk to you later. So anyway, so while I had her on the drama phone, I thought, well, I might ask her a few questions, right? So I asked her, first question. Now, when you have the beauty guru of the world, okay, Laura Lee, right there, present for drama class to ask a few questions for. I mean, it's basically like career day, and she come in, she's speaking, see? You want to ask them the most important questions you possibly could. So my first question to Miss Laura Lee was, what was the first CD you ever owned and knew all the words to? Mine was Come a Chameleon. I had Boy George's old Culture Club's first album back in the day. And I remember my friend in the back seat, we got in a fight, and my friend was like, that's a girl. And I go, no, that's a boy, okay? And he's expressing himself. And my friend was like, that's a girl. He looks like a girl. And my mother looked back at him and she goes, it's a boy, and boys can be whatever they want to be. See how cool my mother was? Okay. So anyway, that was the first question. And what did she say? She said, Hanson. What happened to those three? Hanson was her first CD. And then I said, okay, a food or candy you cannot live without. Now, this is the part that it really doesn't matter what she says on here, because you know, if she says the Swedish fish, that those people over on them gossip sites, you know, those nasty ones, they're going to come and they're going to say, that's not true. I saw Laura Lee, she was, you know, eating some Reese's Pieces on November 22nd in her video. She's a liar. She's a liar. Receipts. But what did she say? Double bubble gum is my go-to candy. And then I asked her, and what movie can you watch over and over and over again? And this is what I love so much about Miss Tammy Alabama. She said, and I can watch Sweet Home Alabama over and over again. She put in parentheses, typical Laura. So anyway, there's a little unknown facts, or maybe known facts, who knows, about Laura Lee. If you want to know a little bit more about her, if you want to buy her Nudie Patootie palette, it's out there. It sounds to me that at this point, if you get a crap palette, they'll replace it. No money. It's just going to take you a couple more days. You won't get to play with it, you know? I don't know, maybe play with it a little bit, then send it back if you want to, okay? Pick it up off the floor. You know the 3-second rule, the 3-second rule. You do it with food, why won't you do it with an eyeshadow? No, do not listen to that recommendation, because and then everybody will be coming for me and talking about how you get the gingivitis up in the eye, or the conjunctivitis, or whatever that's called, the pink eye. Oh, Peter Monn said in his video, you should pick a 3-second rule, pick up the palette, put it up in, no, I didn't say, I was a joke. See, it was a joke, okay? I'm basically a stand-up comedian of YouTube at this point, don't you know? Psh. So anyway, what do you guys think about this? I mean, this is just kind of like, it's not like anybody can plan ahead for this and make sure that every palette is perfect when you're mass producing something like this. But it is interesting who it fell into the hands to, you know? There's a couple tutorials out there and a couple unboxings that show it, so see if you can go find them. It's like a wild goose hunt out there. Scavenger hunt of Laura Lee palette reveals. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, what you guys love. You can put that in the comment section too. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.